I'm going to kind of provide a bit of a quick update and a whistle-stop tour on what PIN has been up to. And it kind of gives you a flavour of how we're working as a network. So we're very kind of clear that we're not a standard research investment. We're very much about capacity building. We're about trying to kind of be a bit experimental and bringing people together. And I think, as you can see from the room, we've been quite successful in that. And I think that this hopefully will kind of mark many more of these in trying to bring different groups of people with different backgrounds together to try and advance thinking around productivity. So you'll have seen this piece of paper on the book. So the first substantive output of the Productivity Insights Network is about to be published by Elgar. It's a collection of essays from the co-Is of the network, picking up on some of the themes and the challenges that we've tried to address and really acting as a bit of a platform for where we want to go next. So just to kind of raise that to you, we'll share more information as it comes out. But it really kind of provides that first step for us in trying to kind of break down the silos and think about how we can join up and address the debate to provide more insights in a productive and constructive way. One of the things that we've been involved with through the Productivity Insights Network is conducting a series of tobin workshops. So all of the co-investigators have been producing evidence reviews, which have subsequently been produced as these chapters for the book. But we've also been doing these workshops as a way of kind of validating and testing the direction and the work of the network. So we've been delighted in some of the ones that we've had so far, where we've brought in a range of stakeholders. We've had a number of the project holders participate, external speakers, government agencies, and we're looking to do more of these. So off the back of today, we'd like to extend the invitation to participate in those. We've got a number scheduled already, looking at data and productivity, and also another one on work and employment, which is going to be in Cambridge in July. So we will have more of these that we'll release the dates of, but again, if people have interest in particular areas and themes, it would be great to have you involved, because really this is setting the agenda for where we want to go. We talk about changing the tone of the debate, and the theme of today about advancing that debate. We want to make sure the direction that we're going in is appropriate. We want to make sure that we're pushing the boundaries and that we're not simply kind of reinventing what's been done before. When we looked at the attendee list, we know that we've got a number of senior colleagues here today, and one of the key things that PIN is also about, given the ESRC's support for this, is to try and make sure that we try and develop the next generation of researchers through this as well. So we've worked hard with an early career sandpit that we had at the end of last year. We've got another early career sandpit which is coming up tomorrow, and we'll have another one later in the year as well. Now these really kind of give an opportunity to bring early career researchers together to think about what they might do and where they can kind of push their research in new directions, engaging with the impact agenda, thinking about engagement with businesses rather than just working on them, working with government departments rather than just simply studying them, and what that means for the productivity debate. So we're keen to cascade this message. So if you have PhD students, if you have early career researchers, if you know of young researchers working outside of academia who may be interested in this, they're a great forum to bring people together to try and kind of promote and stimulate debate in different areas. We've also kind of tried to extend the engagement. So PIN really kind of acts as a bit of a hub, but we've been trying to kind of reach out through a variety of different mechanisms as well. So the academic conference circuit, for example, we've been at a wide variety of different disciplines. We want to get some more. I think when you get a group of social scientists asked to talk at the Royal Economic Society, you know we're doing something right if we've got economists listening to social science. So we want to do more of this. We really want to kind of push that boundary and make sure that we're promoting that interdisciplinarity. That is one of the key things that we're about. Obviously, Joachim on the first panel, we've been engaged with the OECD. They've got their productivity lab in Trento, which was a kind of a new initiative which we're engaged with. We're linking with the World Bank, with the Brookings Institute as well, to try and understand and think more about kind of where this is going in terms of the direction and what the role of PIN is in this. We want to be setting the agenda. We're not there simply to deliver the agenda. That's what you guys are here in the room for. We want to make sure that we can take what you're doing with us and advocate about that as well. We've heard a lot this morning as well about the kind of the governance angle of things. So we are working with LEPS, the ESRC are funding with BEIS at the moment a number of, what's the word I'm looking for there? A number of placements where they're trying to facilitate secondments with early career researchers, more established researchers, to try and support LEPs in developing their local industrial strategy. So this is another important example which we're trying to cascade and get involved with. And we know that we need to do more of this. A number of the COIs have been involved with business breakfasts, trying to support LEPs through policy advisory groups. And we recognise that we need to do this not just nationally by working with central government departments, but also by working regionally and locally as well. We've obviously got some traction already with BEIS, Treasury, MHCLG, and we want to try and extend that. The only way that we can do that is by bringing more people into the network and trying to maximise their contribution. So over the coming months, we'll be communicating more about the opportunities that we want to try and provide for the community of researchers that are part of PIN. And the photo there is a good example of the ESRC Social Science Festival, where we've tried to use that to communicate what the importance of the productivity debate is in a more general and civic towards civil society and towards the general public. So public engagement is something that we're actively trying to work with as well. We recognise that there's multiple dimensions to this debate and that we need to try and communicate it. So in terms of kind of where we're going next, I've already mentioned the Tobin workshops that we've had and the ones that are going to be forthcoming. Thinking about productivity of towns, we've been approached by one of the towns towards the bottom of the Centre for Cities list about trying to work with them and see if we can host some events thinking about productivity in towns, and I think that touches on a number of the points that were raised in the first two sessions this morning. We're trying to do some more work linking to our connections with the Industrial Strategy Council, trying to positively critique and contribute to the work that they're doing, and again we're hoping to try and open that up through the Productivity Insights Network so it goes beyond the COIs and we can support others to get involved. A growing stream of work on systems change, which seems to be of interest to government departments and also the kind of fore of the academic debate. But all of this really is about trying to bring new interdisciplinary perspectives. So we're working hard on that. We want you to challenge us and we want you to participate as well. So I bring this back again. After the first session, I can already begin to see where there are links across a number of those themes that our COIs have been responsible for leading and developing the evidence reviews on. On the 18th of March, we're going to be opening the second round of the Productivity Project Fund with the deadline for applications at the end of April. We're hoping to notify people fairly quickly. We've got a rapid review process which involves both COIs from the network, external academics, and also non-academic partners on the review team. And we want to make sure that we're funding projects that, like Philip said at the opening address, are a bit experimental, that are doing something that perhaps is testing the water and pushing the productivity debate in different directions. If you have a chance at lunch or when you leave here today to have a flick through here, you'll see some of the projects that we've already successfully funded and that are underway. The response was overwhelming, so we're using the funding we've got to try and have additional rounds to try and make sure that we really can support and develop the best ideas.